Hey guys, welcome to the Side Tie Podcast number 65. 65, we made it here. Side Tie combined just tie. Just think about these things that you're going to hear on this podcast. Combine your mind with your heart and your gut mind. Connect all those circles and let whatever come out just come on out the mouth or without the out the hands or however you like to move and express yourself. That's how you just tie. So thank you for coming on by. I want to start off with uh a cool friend, Dre. He makes beats. Check out his SoundCloud. I'm show all the links and stuff right now. But we're gonna start off listening to some of his tunes, his music that he sent me. Check out the homie. Check out the homie. This one is called Mind Time. Let me show you his SoundCloud real quick. Oh wait, they're gonna be talking. All right. What did I just do? Oh yeah, popped up on Internet Explorer for some reason. It's like what the heck? There we go. This is SoundCloud right here. Desandre. He's been with the team for a long time. But let's play some of his music vibe out. And if you have any music you want me to play, get in the podcast, send it my way. But it is something about freestyle. Let's see. Let's get reckless. Let's get reckless. No nigga check this. I'm going too hard, going too far. I'm on my mind by myself with no help but from my team. Cause I'm the world and I'm everything in between. Yeah, I'm mean, I'm from Philly, that's what we say. And they let the AK spray every way. So I'm across the country, Colorado. And I never bore ya. I'm always tripping, staying tripping. My mind is excited off the things that I witness, but I never die. You deaf to astonishment. Shout outs to Terrence. Care, I got my clearance. Shout outs to Clarence. Showing Cartoon Network. I got that network. Shout outs to Big Nature's all way in Florida. Justin in Harlem. True in Santa Cruz, Arizona. Inside Boston. I just can't it out this time. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Dre, for the song. What a good way to wake up. Hopefully, y'all having a wonderful morning, evening, night, midnight special, whatever time is coming at you. Enjoy this energy, take in this atmosphere, and let's continue the conversation. Let me share this with the team. Share it on Facebook and all that good stuff. uh, but yeah, freestyling, all of that is really all the same thing. Freestyling, tying, just letting whatever come out, come on out. Oh, wait. Facebook just had a random video from 2 years ago. You know how the memories disappear real fast? I wanted to show y'all what it was. Man. Sorry for the interruption. But I titled this friggin' what was it? Magic mushrooms finally relax. Because that's what it seemed like these tryptamines have you finally be able to do is relax. Take out them headphones. Is relax. And relaxing means a way different thing than a lot of people will actually hold on to. A lot of people will say, I am relaxed. I am relaxing. And they would think just because they're sitting down and stuff like that, that's relaxing. What's going on, Goldie Vibes? Hey, man. Hey, Marion. Going on in your mind? What's going on with your thoughts? What's going on with your ideas? Because a lot of people are paying thousands of dollars to pay in order to pay for things to be relaxed or put money into programs good to help people help us feel relaxed. But I mean like going on vacations, just and now I just want to explore. I just want to go out and travel now. Get out. I cannot stand the state and situation that I'm in. It must fixing that. Dang. What? There we go. What was that for? I ain't even hit the wire. I don't even know what was the last thing I said. But I think I was just sorry for all the stuff parts that was cut off, and if I gotta repeat something again, I'm gonna jump back on this train. I'm gonna join this lion's mane, cacao, kale, something else, and psilocybin tea. The kale was in a powder, so it don't taste like kale. Mostly tastes like freaking chocolate. That's what it mostly just tastes like. So that's my little regiment. And before I go back into that story, I got some. Paul Stamets mentioned niacin. Niacin is a B3 vitamin which um helps with your brain and give you energy. On here it says essential for energy production. But he was one of the B vitamins. Niacin promotes healthy cholesterol levels, support energy production, and we had to look up for more because when I was looking up on the internet, they was talking about the stuff about the brain and stuff like that. But I was suggested this through Paul Stamets,
where he said niacin and small doses of psilocybin, like zero point 0.3 and under, can help protect your brain from nerve damage, so that you can protect your brain from Alzheimer's and dementia. And for my story, just keep your brain working. Like when Einstein passed away, what you need? What you need? All right, go sit down. If you need me, let me know. You know when they what they say? Oh, Einstein, when he died, they say his brain was still young. It still looked like a 20-something-year-old. Like your brain literally degrades or changes neurons. Something. I ain't a neurologist, but a lot of shit be happening when you get older, to the point where it looks physically different from a 20, 30-year-old, a teenager. And Einstein, with his imagination and pushing himself, the calculations, all that trippy shit stuff he was doing, it kept his brain young, kept his brain energized, I suppose. When something get depleted of energy, I guess the physical composition starts to change. Just making that up, but whatever. Just tie, just tie, just tie, not whatever. But that's what I'm thinking with the mushrooms, and really getting the right vitamin support. Just like the vitamins we take for the rest of our body to keep our muscles strong, our blood pressure on the right level, the vitamin D from the sun. All of that stuff is very beneficial. He said Einstein's brain was divided up among the world's greatest scientists. I heard that Rape the Matrix. Hey, what's going on, too? What's going on, bro? They did. They divided that up and split it because it was so remarkable. So imagine our brains now dealing with these substances that's having science literally back up that it helps carve new pathways in the brain. And like new neurons can start traveling different ways. And I was just watching a documentary on Vice. I didn't get to finish it because I had to get into the Sci-Fi podcast. And he was talking about, he opened up a church, ayahuasca church, Mother Aya, because he saw the loopholes that the Christians and other people was doing with the government in order to still say and do whatever they want. So he was saying, hey, I'm gonna start getting people ayahuasca. It's healing. He went through all the paperwork and all that stuff. But I brought it up because he was talking about healing people and people with addictions. It was this lady that was being raped by her stepfather when she was younger, so she was still dealing with these traumas through different ways, through alcohol, through not being emotionally stable, like being able to break down and cry in any moment. I'm not sure if it was Kentucky. I was half paying attention. He did have missing tooth right there. That was like a symbol. And he talked like this a little bit, so it probably is Kentucky. Now, saying everybody in Kentucky had missing tooth, talking about the way they talk, but he was talking about he had a lot. Yeah, he was bald. He was bald. He was bald. He's the goat. He's a goat in this reality right now, greatest of all time. He took the pleasure of doing all the paperwork and putting his life on the line, well, his body freedom on the line, in order to get true healing in, get weeks, months, years worth of healing in one session, 1, 2, 3 sessions, I would say. But mostly that first session is like way more remarkable than a lot of other things to begin with. It's just that the rabbit hole, the tie hole always goes deeper. You always can go deeper and deeper. But what he was mentioning, when the person was crying, she wasn't trying to go through the trauma. So he was recognizing that, and he said, all right, so now we're gonna like throw some seeds in her brain through some words, plant some seeds, and he put mirrors around her and was doing color therapy as well, just to help her relax, to let her mind go deeper, so that I'm seeing like the thoughts that you have, it's because you traveled a specific way. This is so oversimplifying things, but just look at, I was seeing how ideas, when you have an idea, it's because it can translate here to your brain as, oh, we went to this neuron, then that neuron, then we took a left here, then we went straight, and then we curved back around, and we did that. And our brain is like used to going through different lanes. Like when you go home and from work, or you go to the park, or some place you enjoy, you're like, oh, I know this route, and you kind of do it without really paying attention. You just like, I know the route. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this. It's comfortable. I can play my music. I can text on my phone because I know when this corner coming up. I know how to adjust my speed. I know what cars to look out for. Like everything is cool. And what the mushrooms I'm seeing is doing with this example is allowing you to say, wait a second, it's more ways to get home. It's more ways to get from work to home. I can turn down this corner. I don't really know what's around this corner, but let's just relax. Let's put the phone down. Let's not text. Let's put all our attention on seeing, on feeling out this new environment in the same way that in the beginning we felt out that old environment. So now you probably run across new friends along the way. Probably say run across somebody that you knew as at work and be like, "Yo, you live on this block? What's going on, bro? Like, I never take this way. Oh, you live right around the corner from me all this time, and I ain't even know. Now we can hang out, we can chill and be friends. We can create new opportunities, business, whatever. Y'all know how friendship is and stuff. I see that that's how the mushrooms allow you to do because our brain is so rigid on habits and stuff like that where we just like this is what I love to do. Like it was another guy on the ayahuasca documentary on Vice Channel. They just uploaded this last night or something like this, so y'all should check that out. The guy was talking, the young man was talking, the young man was talking about his alcohol addiction. Like he has to have a beer in the morning, or and then go to work, or if he's chilling for the day, got to have a 6 pack or 12 pack and just be drinking and stuff. And he was seeing how it was a habit and he wanted to change it up, but the withdrawals and just the lifestyle that he was trying to support called for alcohol. He said, I just wanted to trip on acid, to smoke weed, and I wanted to drink. And I see in my world, I see when people just want to do this and it's not something that they just enjoy doing, that is it's a means for escape from from something traumatic that has happened in their life. He said he seen that episode, he was puking and then he didn't have withdrawals after his session. It's like everyone has a hole in their heart. Yeah, yeah, Astro Way and like Break the Matrix. He was puking and he was starting to be aware of the hole in his heart, and I think that's what really, like in some bigger sense, that's what be guiding people towards psychedelics. So once you get into it, you ain't gonna have to sit and confess to a priest or wait and Scientology do the dialysis machines and pay money and keep going and just hoping that you're gonna fill that heart, that hole eventually. And just like you just start going through it. And in the beginning it feels good and stuff like that, but then I remember a lot, I used to be so nervous every time I did mushrooms, but I never knew that I was actually nervous. But it came in the form of my stomach always hurting in the beginning, me having the shit or sometimes throw up or something like that. But now that I'm working with these substances and seeing other people reports as well, I'm seeing how it really is a purging. And these are thoughts I had when I'm doing it too. But afterwards, you just be like, oh, well, yeah, the stomach didn't die, the mushrooms didn't digest well in my gut and blah, 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 and all that other stuff. But really, it has a lot to do with your nervousness. And I think what your mind know what it's about to encounter and is scared. It's inherently scared, so inherent that it just pops up in your body, like getting butterflies when you're around a girl and you don't know why you feeling that way. You're just like, oh man, oh. And then when you get older, you're like, man, I just had butterflies. Like I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to open up a conversation to this lovely other girl or man with like whatever your vibes is. So I just said so, but yeah, you said you get that good Goldie vibes, good vibes. I wonder if if the feeling never goes away. I still get it almost every time. Oh, I still get it. I still get it, and I love it. I love when I get the feeling of goosebumps or something like that. Only because I know that I'm back in my kid vibes, where the world is still fresh. It's still something for my old infinite mind. It's still, excuse me, still something for my old infinite mind to experience. Like, oh, what is this? What's going on? So it never goes away. It never goes away. Sometimes, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking of older people. I'm thinking of older people that kind of lost a lot of their hipness to them. Like I was wondering if my uncle will ever get goosebumps or butterflies or something. And I think they do. They just don't talk about it. They just don't talk about it. I think everybody be feeling these feelings, but they just be trying to suppress the gay. Oh, right. You said, damn, Ty, I feel the same way. People say I will never grow up. Einstein acted like a little kid all the time. Not saying I'm Einstein, just comparing the name because we talked about it. Hey, Einstein had a lot going on, right? He had a lot going on. That's why all he did was work in a patent office. I mentioned that before. He didn't work at a university amongst fellow colleagues and comparing ideas and stuff like that. They always say he worked in a lonely patent office, and that's how he came up with his ideas. So he probably was just chilling. He was chilling, vibing out, doing what he did, having fun. He's like, I take myself serious, but not that serious. And I doubt he even, I don't know. I was like, did he even really know the implications? Because usually when an artist is in their zone, they not really thinking about the implications of what they're saying, what they're doing. They're just doing. And then after a while, they just talk. They just tie. They just tie on out on what's happening or what they witnessed through what they was going through. Yeah, I'm going to open it up. The cord will be open. What do you vibe? You say he was an outsider. An outsider looking farther out. That's why our thoughts are so precious. Hey, where's the thing at? Let's get Rape the Matrix. Let's all give a goody do to Rape the Matrix. He's about to jump in the chat. If y'all ever want to jump in, y'all can do the same. The link is in the description. Hopefully it connects.
Good buddy, Ro.
Hey, hold on. I can't hear anything. I changed it. Something. Oh, my headphone on mute. There we go. Hey, Rape.
What up, buddy?
Yo, there you go.
Oh, shit.
I got my
MJ's in the building. I wonder if he brought Scottie Pippen.
What's up with it, y'all?
Hey, man. Hey, True.
What's up, man?
I'm doing all right. Just getting some words out.
Oh, I've been here since the beginning,
Oh,
Yeah, he's talking about some good stuff today, huh, True?
man.
oh. How you
I
been,
got
True?
feedback, man. Just going through the regular retardedness of life, bro. Life is crazy. When you start to get your mind right, everything come in and just try to take that away.
Uh-huh.
Right away.
Like
Shit.
yeah,
Shit's
right
crazy.
away.
That's how it is for me right now. I got more people living with me at this moment, real randomly. And we trying to adjust to the situations, living together and stuff like that for the meantime. And it was out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what's going on. About to go on with me right now, man. With my sister kids and shit, bro. It's all crazy.
That's how it is right here.
Oh,
My
shit, what's
girlfriend's daughter. I mean, my girlfriend's sister moved to California with her daughter. And she's trying to find her way here.
No, no. This is a whole CPS thing going on.
Oh, I'm about to be a
Oh,
It's
caretaker.
bummer.
kind of ugly.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So it's been
I
kind of
hear you.
stressful.
Oh, true. I'm gonna be in
What's
San
up?
Diego. I mean, you in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend booked a trip. My daughter has a field trip out there, so she paid for the tickets. It's gonna be in March, I think March 19th or something like that.
Where you going to Legoland or something?
I gotta look at the email again. I didn't really look into it. I think it's like a boat trip or something.
Oh yeah, man. You do that. You know I swing by. That ain't far from me to line.
Cool, cool. I was like, yo, I gotta tell him this is finally gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'll bring you some faux ACO, the real one, the real analog.
I'm ready.
For a sheet. Oh,
Yeah, man. Oh
I
yeah,
haven't had that
I had
shit in a minute now.
yeah, I talked to Kim from the website, the research chemicals.
Uh huh.
And and you know all that stuff they shut down.
Oh, you disappeared.
Uh-oh. I hate when that happens. Someone's telling you something important, and boom.
In the middle of a sentence. I'm trying to look up the email so I can see what I'm gonna be doing while I'm there.
The guy probably just shut his website off because he's got plenty of business now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. You know he was legit too, because not because he sent orders, but I mean
I
sites like
got
that, when
feedback.
they
I
only
got the
got
you.
a certain when they got a certain amount of stuff and they don't have like fucking 10 million things, then you know it's legit, bro. And when they're advertising that they got every chemical from A to Z, then they ain't legit, man. But Raw was legit because he wasn't trying to advertise a billion things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, that what's his name came up too. They had that virus out there. You know they putting shit on lockdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Corona.
Yeah, and his province wasn't too far from the original province where it came from, which is crazy because I looked it up. I was like, man, these people are gonna get 4 ACL with some corona in it if they ain't careful. So I looked it up and seen how far away they were from each other. But he's like, I think like 100 miles away from the where it started. But
Imagine
I
they
mean,
be
it's
like,
spread. It's even here now. So
Yesterday they said
36 people died. Oh, 36 people. My
That,
roommate just said have it in the U.S.
oh yeah, yeah. That's what he was saying. He said he can't even get into his to their lab and shit. They got him locked out.
oh,
I
I
wouldn't
said
doubt
that's
it, bro.
messed up. They got shit
Yeah,
shut down.
it's affecting every kind of trade with China. Every
It
kind.
ain't the corona. It ain't the coronavirus. It's them. You know, using that in order to do shit to the people over there. You didn't see Pam
There's
Jones
too
put up
many people over there,
yeah,
so they're
Pam
doing
Jones
that.
put up a video. She put up a
Yeah,
video
she's
on her
smart.
channel of that one lady talking about what's going on over there. And there's some other shit going on.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, they're trying to take
Yeah.
out some of the population there. And here they're trying to freaking make it to where we're going to have to go to Planned Parenthood to get pregnant, to have a child eventually. In the next 10 years, they said that's going to happen.
Hell
Where you have
no.
to,
What?
to where you have to go. Yeah, because the damn, there's the overpopulation thing. These fucking crazy rich people, bro, are saying, they're like, we need to have this shit done. And then fucking government had a thing released about it, and they're thinking about doing that to us. That's crazy, like they do in China. You can only have one kid, unless we say so.
Yeah, that
And
was a
there's so
literal
many
law.
people in China, that's probably why they're fucking doing that to them, because there's like, I mean, they're 70% of the world's population.
No, they was doing that for a while.
Uh,
They wasn't able to have girls. Like they had a boy and a girl. The girl had to go. They did
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
hell no.
that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, she was crying. She was just saying, you know, the power need to go back to the people because what they doing over there. The way she was, man, she was just going in depth, and was like, like you, because we'll think it's one thing going on because of the news they relate to us, but then it'll be some whole other shit. Like
Yeah.
like China is like, it's like being under control by fucking the one dude that killed their Jim Jones that killed everybody off the Kool-Aid. He's just telling you, they telling you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. It's like, come on, how many kids you can have? Like, bro, I'll move up out that motherfucker. It's probably harder than to move up out of there.
It probably is too, especially when your family and stuff over there.
Yeah, and
They
everybody's there.
assign you jobs, it's everything. They'll tell you what your job gonna be for the rest of your life. And the impact
Yeah.
that is on ideas and stuff, like psychedelics is going to be wild if they ever get over there. They gonna have to kill they gonna want to kill
Mm,
everybody.
everybody, because that's what she was saying. If you didn't go with what they were saying, like people was disappearing. She was like,
Yeah.
you'll get locked up, go to jail, but you gonna disappear.
They're going to
And
different homes because they're on lockdown and making them go to the so-called hospital, just like the Jews were going to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? Same
yeah,
thing.
Yep. And when people randomly disappearing, that like puts on the psyche of the people there, like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this because I might just randomly disappear. Just imagine
hmm
That's
randomly
nuts.
disappearing.
for
Bro, there's
saying for saying how you feel.
Yeah, by the government, not by some random nigga on
That's
the
deep.
street.
Hey, everybody
bro,
on
there's
YouTube will be out this motherfucker.
yo, I was listening to Coast AM with Art Bell, and it was an older show, but
Hmm.
I can't imagine the numbers bigger now. But this guy was talking about there's about 4,000 people that go missing out west in all the parks every year, and they find only like 10% of them, 15% of them, and they were talking about it because the people they are finding, the trend is like they're found with their shoes off, their pants down, all kind, like someone's fucking doing something bad to them and leaving them dead, but they can't explain the other disappearances at all. Like they think
Wow.
it's extraterrestrials to child trafficking to human trafficking to fucking murder, cannibals. I mean,
It's
there's a
probably
billion
all of the
different
above.
conspiracies. A
All the above, huh?
I was
bunch of
just
different
talking to
conspiracies,
somebody
but
that was saying she asked me did I ever see like a extra alien like in regular life like without psychedelics. I was like no or nothing like that. But she was saying how she had a friend who was supposedly abducted and had 3 days of missing time, like on her cell phone, and then came back with bruises
Wow.
and stuff on her arm, and she couldn't explain what happened. I was like, wow.
Wow.
I heard this yesterday. I said I
I'm
heard that on
I
History
look,
Channel.
this is what I've been geeking off of. Have you okay, we watch movies. Have you noticed like I say 80 to 90% of the movies, it got like some type of rape scene in it, right? I
yeah,
was I was geeking off that. So I went and I started, just studying the Gnostic text because I wanted to, kind of somebody was like, you need to check these out because a lot of stuff that you saying is in there.
Hmm.
So I go and man, it got the same stuff as watching the movie in the Gnostic text. If you watching the movie, like I'm like you, women getting raped, sex scenes, uh, having sex by themselves.
Uh huh.
I'm seeing all this shit in there, but then like it's scattered around with the information that's giving you the information about life, but then it's like these weird ass scenes that you see in the movies, and it's like ain't nothing really changed with telling stories.
Yeah.
All the stuff, murder, sex, rape, money, and all that is in every story. It's like these things make a good story. If you don't have sex, money, and
same with
drugs,
music.
yeah,
It makes good music too.
yes, and it's fucking crazy, bro. Because
Mm.
like I'm listening to it, and it's telling you about your body parts, or how different gods came together, and that's the body parts. Like this guy created the leg and became the leg. This guy created this. Then it tells about how the humans basically, they knew when they made the humans, they knew the humans was going to be stronger than the gods.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I didn't understand. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
If you are the God
How you
and you
making something
made
stronger
us,
than you?
yeah. So
Hmm.
even when like the story was all so different than what was in Genesis, that's what
Mm-hmm.
fucked
You know,
me up because even when Adam and them came out the garden and all that shit, it was just totally different. Even with the rib, when you remember when it said God took Adam's rib and he made Eve,
Yeah. What they say
okay,
in there?
it didn't. It basically what happened was the angels put Adam to sleep because Adam thought it was one thing Adam was thinking, so they put Adam to sleep and then because even Adam was made, I think at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but
yeah.
they put Adam to sleep and then they took one of his ribs and told Adam that they made Eve out of one of his ribs, but it wasn't the actual day. And what happened though? Because Eve was there in the beginning. Like they tried to kill Adam a couple of times, and Eve, the one that brought Adam back to life. But Adam like kind of worshiped Eve for the power Eve got because Eve
What?
came from
Damn,
yeah, Eve
son.
came because where Eve came from, she knew everything about the heaven stuff. She had more information than Adam.
That's why she said, "Eat
But
this
it's
apple."
like yeah, yeah, because
Wow.
the snake, they forgot how they forget they made the snake. They
True. What
forgot
book
that
was
they
this you was
made this.
reading?
This is the Gnostic text.
Okay. All right.
Like
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm telling you, I went through. I'm talking about James, John, whatever I forgot the
Mm-hmm.
names of them, but I've been listening to them like deeply for like the last 2 days, bro. And
I got
the
this.
the
I'm sorry.
stories is fascinating. It's gonna break it down, even how like how we came into existence, like what's
Yeah,
really
big time.
in literal sense, we
They
brought
took all that
ourselves
shit
into
out the
existence.
Bible.
Yeah,
Yeah. They took
yeah,
it all
because
out, bro.
they
It's real existence and it's on clay tablets. And if you go search the actual history, you can match it all up to the Bible, but you can see where the Bible's turning it into a story, like to
yeah
keep the control over people. You know
to
what I'm
keep the
saying? But
control, to
like how
turn
you were
the
saying why
control
the
back
gods
over to
made
men.
something, you were saying why you didn't understand why the gods would make something stronger than them. But
Yeah,
we make machines and
I was
shit
about
all
to
the
say
time that
that.
are
I was
stronger
gonna
than
mention
us.
that.
You know what I mean? You say you got to think
yeah,
about that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
and they
they
stronger than us. The machines we make.
and maybe
Mm-hmm.
they made us stronger too, according to the story, like the missing parts of the story. They made us stronger too, so we can continue their DNA, which is in us. You know what I'm saying? And so we can be
Yeah,
stronger and keep their generation or whatever alive. We're part of them according to the shit they found in the dirt on the tablet. It's the story
yeah,
of
and they
creation from
turned
the
our life
Sumerians.
cycle down. They turned our life cycle
They started us to try and continue their race because they were handling some shit somewhere else,
down. Them,
and
and
they
they
and
was
they knew they were going to be killed off. So we could be the last motherfuckers in the universe because apparently there was a huge
androgynous.
war according to these texts, and like their
Yeah,
planets were in jeopardy and shit. They made us to mine gold and shit, like to send back to their planet, and the pyramids were a portal for a way for them to
and
send
they're
it there, and
and
all kinds of
and
stuff.
a lot of them though, like the ones that they're talking about, they're not even in like the physical form.
No,
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy because the way the Gnostic texts talk about it is like even Sophia, it talked about Sophia, and like Sophia was like the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and Sophia came created this. It started to get ran by Yaldabaoth, and it's like what the fuck, like a gang of shit that's not in the Bible though. It's
Uh-huh.
just a gang of shit
hmm
that's not in the Bible, and it's like fucked up because it's like it make you go, why did they change the story? I guess
I
they
gotta.
probably changed them in order to keep us in line, in order to have that
Yeah, it's
control,
all
because
about
they knew that
control.
they always had control.
Them Romans,
Yeah, it's
bro.
You
about
The
control.
Romans, like, they changed up everything. They said we're gonna just have these books that Council and Nicaea stuff, and like we still in Roman society, like the way our people philosophies are. Everybody look up to Plato and stuff like that, and the way like
yeah,
government is set up. It's all like still this same like age of what the hell.
But hey,
Even when I
but
was
think
a
about
kid.
this though, right? Think about this, right? This is what I was tripping off of. We being humans, right? Let's say we came to the point when we realized everything is the organism, right? We is like, what if we like the main organism that actually even have thoughts to where we can control things?
Hmm.
The regular organism that created everything, bro, is like it's not even don't even have the thoughts we have. It's like we're inside of that organism, becoming what we are, being what we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you figure out this is an organism or this is a light or whatever we want to call it, man, it's like we got more control than what that has or something. It's I don't know, bro. I'm just
It's
I'm
because
I
we
be
can touch the physical. We can actually touch physical things where they I don't think they could.
I'm
Like
thinking.
do shit like
yeah,
that.
I'm
but
thinking that
we in the
like.
physical, we
Uh-huh.
being. I mean, existence is God being everything. That's
Oh
what
yeah, yeah, I
existence
hear you.
is.
Yo, I'm thinking like
So
bacteria. How they say
yeah,
bacteria and germs and all the little stuff run us, but yet we still us. I was thinking like them.
yeah.
If we all the cells on them, we run that, but it's still them. Something like
But
that.
what about the space between the space?
Oh,
You know, there's still an
yeah, what is
organizational
that?
structure between everything.
And like I knew because like I had that mushroom trip to where it took me to my body parts and individually showed me like my lungs and stuff like that and was telling me that they were different entities. And then I actually seen it in the Gnostic text. They were saying the same thing. And but it seems like everything that came into existence, this is what blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gnosticism had to do something with psychedelics, bro. Because
That's
everything
why
that
they
I was
took it out of the
seeing,
Bible.
yeah. So when you go and you read the Gnostic text, you don't understand it because from just taking psychedelic trip. Even when they talk about the gods, like the other gods that were feeling like different feelings, when new feelings, or like say if love wasn't here and love came to existence, boom, that was a god. Hate came into existence, that was a god. Murder came into existence, that was a god. Every new feeling that popped in was a new god. And
That's
in
why.
actuality, yeah, in actuality, it wasn't a new god. It was new thoughts. It was like a new energy that hit the earth that never was felt before.
Hell
I
yeah,
feel
that
that.
makes fucking tons of
Uh
sense.
huh.
But you want, and like it's just scary because you was taught all these gods were in the living, they're living, and they are, but not like how they teach it.
And
It's
that's the
like
Yeah.
deception.
yeah, that's the deception. Everything is in the mind. It's like a whole
Mm-hmm.
mind thing. Every thoughts, feelings, actions, and it's like, what the fuck, bro? They could have made it so easier for us. It could have been so easier for everybody.
Man, that's that thing I was
Well, even
speaking
since
of yesterday or 2 days ago about the puzzles and the labyrinth that we find ourselves in here on Earth. Like whoever took that charge to change stuff around, I'm just guessing. Like
Yeah,
they probably had this big responsibility that made them a certain way, but it was for now the whatever game we play when we come here on Earth or whatever this is. We gotta like now go through whatever we going through now. Like yo, why would we do that?
yeah, but that's the
I
thing,
wanna
right?
I
Right.
wanna challenge you, true to what you said, or debate you on what you said. You said that you could make it easier for everybody. How could you make it easier for everybody?
Like not me in a sense. I'm talking about everybody.
No,
If they would
yeah,
have,
yeah.
if we would have started from the beginning with what the truth is from kids, we would have had more grip on this reality and how to act in this reality and knowing that this reality, okay, you're only going to be here for the time being, and then boom, you go back to source. But if we would have knew from the beginning, it would have been better. It would have been better if this is something we taught each other, taught our kids and stuff instead of teaching them, how to just grow up, work, how to get a job, do this, do that, do that.
Mm-hmm.
A gang of bullshit because me and my girl was talking about it the other day is how, the imagination our kids have. Like you can give a kid a napkin and they can do 1,000 different things with that napkin, opposed to one person taking that napkin and wiping their hands and blowing their nose with it. The kid will turn it into a ghost and all types of things.
Heck yeah. Bro, since I was a kid, man, I've always felt, and my dad got mad at me because I told him when I was like about 8 or 9 years old, I said,
I'll be right back.
I think this Bible and this church and everything is all just a way of control to control people. And that was when I was super young to realize that. He got mad as hell about
Yeah, because
that.
it controls your mind.
Yeah.
And that's what everything is about. Once we start to see everything is in your mind, so once they learn how to work the mind and control the mind, it even said it in the Gnostic text that man was their focus was not going to be nowhere near the spirituality where it's supposed to be. Their focus is going to
Yeah.
always be somewhere else their whole life. So if you
It's
can't
crazy.
focus on the unknown, it's like, bro, you forget. So you might, I don't, it make it seems like you can like reoccur this life, make this life happen over and over and over again. But then
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's fucking freaky. It's
Hey, true.
freaky shit
It is.
going
It's
on.
fucking freaky. Hey, true. I got a question. Have you heard of those cartridges or seen them in the dispensaries over there? They're called Cannabis.
No,
They're probably this
no,
dude
I ain't
I
heard of
know
that
I got a
brand.
bunch of them, and they got the CA stamp on them and everything, like they're from Cali. And they're pretty good, man. They're fucking real good, actually.
I was gonna mention, I don't know how much farther y'all went. I had to back away for a minute. But I was thinking of the families that we watch on like Harry Potter or like and stuff like that, and then they go to Hogwarts and they see it was these people that knew about magic and they families knew about it for years and generations, and Harry was a human who stumbled upon it or was called or whatever, however you put it. I think that it is some families out here that knew this since birth, and like they tell their
Yeah,
kids and stuff like that, and we was just so out of the loop, or they probably thought that, oh man, we can't, we the human, those people ain't gonna understand, or like that kind of attitude. But now with the
Yeah,
psychedelics and stuff, more people like just out of the blue is able to now get that knowledge that those families been passing down for generations. 'Cause I do think
for
they out there
generations.
and they know all about
Yeah,
the
I do
magic and
too.
stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it too because like even when you just see the way everything went in the states from
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Columbus all the way back, it was just certain things that happened that kept us like away from the psychedelics, different things that happened in time that kind of kept it pushed away. But it wasn't, I don't think it ever was just the psychedelics that was actually, you were able to reach these peaks because like when you was talking about Albert Einstein,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Getting in that flow
Nikola
state.
Tesla,
I
yeah,
think you're schizophrenic. I really do.
But I think
I
exactly,
that's
think
a
you're.
lot.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah. But I think that's allowing your
But,
mind to go to those places. Period.
yeah,
He can go there
Nikola
easier if he
Tesla,
was.
Mm-hmm.
like all these different people
Tesla too.
yeah, they were able to reach these different states in different ways, whether they was using candle lights or whatever. That just tells you something right
Bro,
there.
what if
Ritual.
they never reached nothing and they were always already there? It just took
Already
time
there.
for them to grow up as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just lets you,
That's
but it
what I
lets you
think
know
is
though
going on.
that all of us,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, it's not limited to nobody. Everybody, it's just what you believe will take to get you there.
Yeah,
If you trust and
everyone,
believe it, you
especially
can
our
make
group,
it
is
so.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Like they
like
say, magic don't work unless you believe it.
Bro, all
Yeah,
our group, and all the energy that we put it towards it, and we put all our heads together like that, man. That's so much energy, just us alone, thinking about these
yeah,
things is it's huge. You know what I mean? This many
yeah, it
people, and then
is.
it's like we can link up to the same thing. Like it's dope.
Yeah.
Just like doing psychedelics, we go to the fucking multiverse where we just
Mm-hmm.
come to YouTube to hang out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just got me like I barely just really came out the dream state yesterday.
Wow.
I was stuck in the dream state for so long, like to where my feelings was all over the place, man. I'm telling you, I probably cried all day yesterday, bro. I couldn't even. It's too like everything just bear down on me at once. And it's like, you start to pull away from the reality, and then it's always something in the reality that kind of pulls you back because you in the flesh, and you're gonna be stuck in the flesh until the flesh comes off. But it's man, this shit is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
you
crazy.
start feeling responsible for things like, oh, I gotta go do this. Gotta take care of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that most of it shouldn't even be your responsibility, but once you find yourself to make responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the headache comes.
That's what I've
You,
been
you know,
doing
you
growing up.
Yeah,
I
but I
found.
mean,
Mhm.
the beauty, the beauty of existence, though, is still something that's just like it's fucking amazing to me. The way I even look at everything now, when I step outside, I'll be stuck in the sky, I'll be stuck in the trees, I'll be stuck in the birds, bro. I listen to the birds. I'm talking about. I can hear this one talking to this one that's probably a mile away. And like I'm just from different ones and tell the different. Well, this is a crow, this is that bird, that's that bird, but you can just tell the difference and hear the ones that they talking to on how they stay connected, and they just push away from each other, and they
Mhm.
let out their little chirps to go, hey, just hi, I'm over here, chirp, 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 and then I hit you from way over there, a mile away, with the same chirp, like I'm over here, and then we just panning out, yelling out when the hawks come, and everybody started attacking them and trying to run them out the area so they don't steal our kids. It's like fucking crazy, bro. Like,
Yo, you just brought it back full circle when I was saying like the
yeah,
mushrooms help you relax and like what does relaxation actually mean? Because I think like when you're
yeah,
cared for and growing up, if your family got money or like they just able to take care of themselves and able to take care of you in a way where your mind is allowed to roam and be free and not have to worry about, oh, if am I going to eat tonight? Am I going to have hot water tonight? Like problems like is my dad gonna be yelling at my mom or arguments and stuff.
yeah.
I think that grounds are distracts
Hmm.
us. Cause what you saying with the birds and all of that, that's how I felt growing up. All like I loved nature and I was always like the weird outdoorsy guy. And my mind was always out there like that. I just didn't really talk about it, and that's why I didn't talk that much growing up because my mind was always out there. But then in after high school, I started getting distracted and like with girls and all this other stuff. Like not even that girls is bad, but how I relate to girls, like nervousness or trying to fit in with this crowd, trying to do that. I was just I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't relaxed in my mind enough to be part of the world that I was in the way that
Yeah,
we always should be. Well, not should be, but the cool way to be into it. Just get lost, just looking around and letting the imaginations play out. Cause that's how those
yeah,
documentaries are. The like the Blue Planet and all of that stuff. They trying to bring. I was thinking they trying to bring people into that space through a documentary. But we can experience everything that we see on TV in our lives as the main character or the side character, whatever. That's pretty cool.
yeah. Hey, the mushrooms is something special.
That is cool.
They the mushrooms is definitely something special, bro. I don't know what it is about them, but they something special because they in everything and they everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, the new Sonic. Watch when you go watch the new Sonic. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I gotta
This
see
nigga
it.
go to Yeah, you know how he got the rings and he run through the rings or try to collect the rings basically.
Mm-hmm.
On the movie, he got rings where when he throw the rings, they open up portals and he can jump through them, but he only got a certain amount of. And like, so he going through the portals trying to find out where he gonna go before he come to Earth. And he went to one. It was the mushroom planet. He was like, ooh. He was like, this thing. He said, I don't like this place. And he left and he came to Earth. And then the whole time on Earth, he was like, they started looking for him. That's where he was trying to get back to. He was like, fuck that. I'm not staying here on Earth. I'm going to the mushroom planet.
Hell yeah.
Wow, literally though.
Literally.
I gotta watch
Literally.
that because Sonic always been one of them out like they story plots, like the way it's put together, always been out there. Like they deal with crystals and the gems and having to collect the seven
Yeah.
gems, put them all together, get chaos magic.
Yeah.
But Jim Carrey's in that movie too, so you know if he decided
Yeah,
to do a
Jim
movie,
Carrey.
it's gonna be something trippy.
Yeah, he was in there. Happy died. And I didn't even finish watching it. I didn't even finish watching it. I only watched with the kids and shit. Man, that sounds sound like I hear some Japanese, Chinese. They talking Chinese in the back.
Oh yeah, I got they speaking through the door.
Yeah, that's how mine be. I'm like, but yeah, no, you ain't went mushroom hunting lately. Just stop.
Oh, it's no more rain. I don't. It's hard in Chico. I had to like go a little higher. It's only rained for like 3 months and then it just stopped.
Oh
I
wow.
I
can't
had
wait.
enough on deck, so I'm cool. I just need the time and stuff to do a big dose.
My season starts in a couple months and then it lasts all till Christmas time.
Yeah, they
It's almost
flagged
like
my
9 months out of the year. It's mushroom time here. It's great.
Mm.
yeah, they flagged my video,
Oh, the grow
my
one.
mushroom. Yeah, they
Damn.
flagged it, man. They gave me a warning. They didn't
Uh-huh.
strike though.
Yeah,
They
as
just
long as you
gave
ain't
me
get
a
a strike.
warning.
As long as you get a strike.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
back to working on that nose spray some more today. I think I got it though. But it's gonna change from
I know.
4-HO DMT into 4-HO DET when I add the aqueous hydrogen solution.
Yeah, my what's the name got tight though. I think it's ready to go in the tub
Mhm.
because my bag it got back tight because like first when it got white it didn't get white all the popcorn didn't go all the way through because it's cool, so it's like I had to mix it up. It said mix it up. So I mixed it up. And,
Yeah.
and when it get back tight, like after about 10 days or however long, you're supposed to do it again. You're supposed to basically supposed it just that and I said, ooh, it's back tight, like to where I can stand it up and it won't even fall or nothing. It'll just stand up. But
That's
I'm
some good
going,
mycelium.
what do I do? Huh? Like I'm going, what do I do? Do I just let it? How long am I supposed to let it sit
You,
on the second
How long
time?
have you had it
you
now?
can let it sit as long
I've
as you.
had this
Mm.
mother since December.
December.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a
since
big bag
December.
too, so it is going to take a
Yeah.
Yeah.
while. But once it completely takes over and you already broke it up twice, it should be ready. It should be ready. I got
Yeah, I
some
broke.
jars sitting that's been like sitting for 2 months. I gotta birth them, but they can sit
Oh
as
man,
long as they need to. They won't rotten or anything like that. Now that I see
The
now.
pin up sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes they do grow pins on the side. I see
fuck,
those on
dude.
Facebook.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it's back tight, bro. I'm telling you, it's not tight like it was with the other, like when it with the fucking popcorn and stuff, because it's
Mm-hmm.
mixed up. But it's like I keep on checking it to make sure it ain't fruiting. It ain't trying to fruit.
Oh, as long as you keep it in the dark too, it should discourage fruiting.
Yeah, yeah, it's in the dark.
Ooh.
I got it wrapped up in a t-shirt, just like it's in a blanket or something. Like it's in a blanket. But I'm glad it's cool because it's making it grow slow. Probably slower. No, this is my first time like I know, like yeah, it's making it
is
slow.
is the temperature was the temperature cold down there for like December, January?
Yeah,
Yeah, cause
it's
what do
like
you?
65,
Mm,
70.
I ain't
It go
crazy.
up and down. It go up and down because it rained last night
Uh-huh.
for a little.
The mycelium it likes temperatures like around 70 degrees, 75 I think they said and up. Like it's gonna start growing
Yeah,
faster,
yeah.
warmer.
Cold. Like right, like 55.
Up here when at nighttime it go down to like 40 and then it go up to 70. I'm like it's a 40-degree difference just about throughout one day.
Yeah,
Hey,
all
what's
good.
going on, Straight Lace, YouTube, and Prince Pearl?
Yeah, they man. Got my nephew going to church. Ain't just about a bit. He said he's going to church right now. That shit got me, man. If you a child, man, bro, you should never have to go for CPS shit.
No, you shouldn't.
Never.
Being raised by
That's
other
something you
people.
should never.
Mm,
That shit got me stressed out, though.
and sometimes the system be the way the system pushes it too. It can happen so
Yeah, the way
fast.
they push. Yeah, man. And you know and then when it's three of them, and then they split you all up.
Oh, yeah, that's dangerous
You
too.
feel me?
Uh huh.
That shit got me like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, man,
Because people think it's cool while it's happening, but I'm just thinking about people once they grow up and they be trying to piece back the pieces of their life, trying to find their brothers and sisters and rekindle the relationship with their mom and stuff. That's a
yeah.
trip.
I'm like going. I ain't even gonna be able to. Once I do this, I ain't even gonna be able to do psychedelics no more.
Gonna be busy.
I'm gonna be busy.
It could be a
I'm gonna
way.
be busy, but
Uh huh.
I just think I just don't want to. I don't want to take no risk. And doing psychedelics, and then I got to go through this to get them. And then, somebody be like, wait, this motherfucker is over here. He's on drugs,
And
because
then
they
they come knocking
consider it.
on your door.
And then they come knocking on my door,
Yeah,
and then the
no,
shit
nope.
happen again.
So
Yeah,
So
me,
it's like,
look at all this
Canozo, and
knowledge you've
Andres will
gained, though.
take up the slack.
Yeah, Exile. That's
yeah,
what I was gonna mention. Look at all look where
You've
you at
you've
now.
That's
set
the
Like,
big
yourself
part.
up for this trip, bro. Like I've done that. Like we go through training for certain fucking shit that we gotta go through, I think.
yo,
yeah,
Exile, you want it? I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say all those stuff you've been going through now manifested in the kids, like all those childlike energies. They now all over
yeah, that's it.
manifested, running around you.
Hey, and then look, and then my dad, because my dad going through what he going through, so he like, man, I need you to come get your little brother. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, because I can't you this camp and I can't handle him right now. So I'm like, golly. Then I told him about the other situation. He said, oh shit. I'm like, that's FOMO kids. But I'm like, I can do it though. I'm gonna
Hmm.
do it.
We've
I'm gonna
been in
do it.
some
I
old
really
shit
don't have a
before.
choice. Yeah, I really don't have a choice, and I'm gonna just do it, bro. Like fuck it. I have to. They don't got nobody else.
Yeah, bro. That's we on the same vibes, bro. That's why I love that we able to have a conscious enough awareness to talk about these things and not just having it happen and then we find out years later. Because I'm going through something similar where where the the reason why she moved over from California and stuff, and even my girlfriend's mom is over here. Things not going so good over there. So while they're over here, they're able to relax and unwind a bit and build themselves up. And at first, I was like, "Oh man, my personal space. Like I need space to think what's going on." And but now I had to go through what you was just saying in those few sentences. Just getting my mind
Yeah.
accustomed. Like I'm prepared for this. Like I feel myself getting upset, and I can so easily wipe that away because I know the deal. Like I feel myself convincing myself to see this as a disaster. When like a trip, if it's a disaster, what do? I just sit, breathe, and just see what happens next.
Yep, and see what happens next.
Hmm.
That's what I was saying. Just I'm just, but it's cool because I got like my older kids out here, and like, well, it's two 19-year olds and a 25 year
That's two
old, and they like,
babysitters.
man, yeah, they said my oldest son like don't even trip. He's like, cause he in college. He like got out the military. He in college. He like, I'm gonna just help you. Like I'm gonna help you. Don't even worry about it. We
Nice.
got this. We got this. We got. He was like, I got your back. Look, if you need this, I'm like, yeah, I know. But still, it's like, oh
That's cool.
man, this shit is crazy. Life is crazy, man. And I think a lot of people think when you dive into psychedelics that the outside life is gonna change like to where you're gonna be able to manipulate it and make shit,
Wave your
straight and
magic
good.
wand.
Yeah, and it's like you can if you really believe that. But then when that motherfucker don't work, you're gonna be like, God damn it. And it's crazy because, right, you think it's not working, right? But
Mhm.
it's like a devilish deed. Like you wave your magic wand, say, okay, I need money right now, right? And then you feel like it don't work, and you find like $5. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Uh
When you know you needed 10,000,
huh.
but you only find five, and you say the shit didn't work, and the shit did work. You found $5. You feel me?
That
But it's like
appreciation.
it's a devilish deed.
It
You
force
know what
you
I
to
mean?
appreciate the small things no matter what. Like, look at this,
Hey,
no matter what.
Yeah.
hey, when I was going to buy an Instapot for the mushrooms, there was $100 bill sitting on the walkway into fucking Walmart, and it's folded up perfectly. I was like, oh,
Wow.
Oh
that's my
wow,
that's my Instapot right there.
that's my cue.
That's
That's what I
That's
think.
awesome.
my,
We still in this training ground, I think. Like, we still in the training. Like, but
yeah,
we manifested that $5 because that's what we was thinking.
yeah, yeah, because that's what you was thinking. Look, at the time when you said you needed 10,000. In the back of your mind, you was like, "Dang, but a pizza only costs $5." But you didn't grab it. But you didn't even remember it because the thought was so little, but it was so
Mhm.
fucking strong that it manifested the $5 that you needed for the pizza.
For real, bro. This is magic. Well, we gotta get on Gandalf level.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think the
you got
mushrooms help
to.
you like be aware of the actual magic that is going on. Because like cell division, cell mitosis, that's fucking magic, bro. That's fucking
Yeah,
one cell becoming two. That's like fucking what the like
Wow.
making a clone,
yeah,
and your cells just naturally do that. And I'm not consciously controlling that. Like
yeah. And see, and I forgot that's what they was talking. They was saying something about that, like in that night text about how they how they even split Adam. The way they even said it, bro, it was like fucking trippy. I said next time I'm gonna do it all over again, and I'm gonna go through them all. I said next time I'm gonna just take hella notes because I didn't take no notes this time. I just listened to it just while I was doing everything.
That's why I don't
And
remember
it was
any of
like,
it.
well, yeah,
I,
yeah. I mean, we take so much bullshit in.
hmm We gotta be
Shit.
studious.
Hey, Hey, you won't remember the Gnostic text, but if I go, hey man, remember we seen that girl, hey, 9 years ago with the fat ass, like
Uh-huh.
the light skinned one with the braids.
With the apple bottom jeans.
Hey, you feel me? You, you remember everything that happened in that moment right there. But it's like, what the fuck? Okay, that's how we fixed and trained our brains, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying if we started from a young age with this type of thinking, and letting us create our own reality, man, this should be a much better place. Like teaching
That's
you
what's
right from
important.
wrong, what's wrong and what's right, but then actually letting you create things and morph things. Because the way kids morph things, my kids Dad, look, all the clouds in the sky. Dad, come out here, you gotta see this cloud. I come out, it looked like right there, look, that's dude right there. He going like this to me, shaking his head. And I'm like, look, I'm like, damn, I actually see it too. Like, wow, it looked like a dude head going up and down. She said, yeah, he keep going and coming back. But then just think about it though, just letting them actually morph the reality into what they think it actually, because they're gonna make it playful. They're not gonna make it fucking hectic like we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be playful. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something to make you smile.
Yo, you right
You
on.
know?
It's this show called Lock and Key on Netflix, and they have
Hey,
these
I love that.
keys. You watched it? You
Yeah.
saw when they went inside the boy's mind with the head key. His was filled with video games and carnival rides and stuff, and then they went inside the teenager mind, and hers was the mall.
Yeah. 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 Hey,
That's
yeah,
how
he
it
had
is.
games and shit. They like, man, what is this? Like, we in my mind right now.
Yeah, and he said, "Why am I scared?" He said, "This." He was so natural with it, but the
That shit had me like psychedelic shit, because did you see when he went in this astro body, when he unlocked the door and went in this astro
oh
form?
yeah, his body just dropped.
Yeah, boom. Hey, he didn't panic or nothing. He was
Nope,
like, fuck, start
he's talking
flying
to his
around.
dead grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't panic, didn't get scared. Like every every conscious state that he reached was like it was a game to him. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like fun though. It was fun. It was like, oh, now let me see what I can do with it. I can do that. Let's see what I can do with that. It was like, nah, hey, don't go over there. I ain't going in there. I'm scared, that ain't supposed to happen.
They even tried to cut him out the picture and say he wasn't old enough. They didn't want him to get hurt, and he was like,
Yeah,
I introduced y'all to this."
yeah. To the kids. To the kids.
Hey,
And
Martinez.
then
Mm-hmm.
they locking people, like you can go inside people's minds and stuff.
And show
Had
other people
homegirl like,
what's going on.
yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I can't wait for season 2 of that. I can't. You have you checked out what Love, Death and Robots?
No, I didn't watch it. I know what you're talking about though.
Oh my God. Everyone is it's like watching Just Tie, a true life story. That's a
Oh.
good one too. That's a good one. I binge watched that.
Uh-huh.
It even made me go back, man, because because it's animated, and then it's made like the 3D
Okay.
shit. Then it's like real life, but they got like good actors like regular actors, and they put them in just little skits of like 15 minutes, almost like Robot Chicken, but not like Robot Chicken, like next level than Robot Chicken. I like that one they had to do where he woke up in that little thing out the incubation thing, and the lady was standing right there, and he remembered her and stuff. Started talking to her. They kicked it that night. They like it's sexing it a lot too. It's sexing every fucking one. I don't know why, but the shit is great.
They gotta
But
get you.
yeah, they got to
Get you
get you with the
charged up.
sex, but it's yeah, man, and it's like animated, so it be animated, but it look real though. but it's animated.
I'm looking at some
You know, a
pictures
lot
now
of
on Google.
yes, and like some of them are animated, but they look real. Like even when the one with the girl, she seen homegirl get killed, and she was running from dude trying to kill her and shit. Come to find out, she was like a stripper. She was stripping and shit, and he was in there watching her, and she seen him and still was running from him. But yeah, it's like it looked real though. It's
I,
kind of dope.
I'm looking at 3 pictures now. They got 3 different animations. One that look real, like a real person, but animated, and two that's like
Yeah,
clearly animated in 2 different styles. It's like 3 girls
yeah,
and
but
this gray robot guy in the middle, old man.
the shit it be all over the place. You're not gonna get no part one and part two or
Hmm.
the same script. Everyone is different. Like the first one to be about them trying to fight these fucking alien things that come and be eating them. And then the second one to be like the stripper girl. And then the third one to be the fucking the robot, the spider looking lady. I don't know what she is, but she control. Hey, when you die, she control it though. She like make you go into a different sense of reality, but you're really dead though.
Hmm.
And if she show you what reality really is, you won't be able to. So every time she showed it to him, and he was like tripping out, and then bam, she had to put him back under and start him all over from the beginning,
Yo,
to where him waking up out the chamber.
yeah, I'm going over in my mind how this is on TV. Like this kind of stuff wasn't on TV when our parents was young and stuff like that, or even really when I was
Yeah,
even back when I was young in the 90s. But I'm seeing how
yeah,
this can be us showing the future kids, like children and whoever watch it, like the contents of your mind, like how rapid it is, all the realities that exist in there, and how it be jumping around. It could be this one moment and this one moment. And the more we, like, when you see it on TV, then you start, as a kid, you start acting it out in your personality, because like a reminder, like a breadcrumb, like, oh yeah, this is the kind of stuff that go on in my mind. Instead of like,
yeah,
in the past they had jazz and certain kind of music that had them say, oh man, I feel like I'm going to different dimensions and stuff like that, and that was about it. But I'm just tying a bunch of stuff together because I it's this guy I work with named Samba. He's 70 years old. He's been into music. He had to actually leave the Congo because of the ideas he was saying against the government and stuff like that, and he had to escape to America. But as much as he's into music, he couldn't. When he I put on my music, which is like a lot of sound like you pressing a bunch of calculators and playing video games and stuff. He was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
this has my mind like going all these different places." And he was asking, "Can I like turn it down and put on something a little calmer?" I was like, that's what's there, and that's how I feel. Like when I'm listening to music or watching a show, I did watch 5 minutes of it, and then my daughter. Now that I saw the pictures of the robot love death thing, and I had to turn it off when my daughter was
yeah,
there, and I was like, oh, I want to be able to really get into this. But that's how I listen to
yeah,
music. My mind just be going, and I feel comfortable in that space. Cause now since I've been dealing with the mushrooms, and even when I was younger, I used to be comfortable with that kind of stuff. But just going into that space, and now that I know the mushrooms, them spaces exist, it's just a wild story. It's a wild story because the experiences, like you were saying, you experience coming out of a pod and being like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like,
man. That's why I was tripping. I said, okay, this is why everybody always, because I'm telling you, I haven't watched Netflix, bro, in like 2 years, 3 years. But I'm like going, this is why everybody talking about Netflix. I'm like, like most of the shows is like this. They like take your mind into other places,
they are.
and it's like, and 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 a lot of them are like psychedelic trips. It's like you own a psychedelic trip. You can watch it and you actually you be experiencing it, take you back to your psychedelic trips and what happened on
It
your
really
trips. And
does,
I'm
man.
like going, wow. And I think that's why I like the Gnostic text because well every text, it don't matter
Hmm.
what text I
The
read now.
Hindu
Like if
text.
it's some yeah, the Hindu, it don't matter. I start seeing the shit and it's like you do see it in a whole different light.
Mm-hmm. That's what they used to
You know,
say in the.
because
Uh-huh. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
because I mean, I think it's maybe because when you get to the point of seeing and knowing everything is you, it's like everything is talking to you. You just
Mm-hmm.
you just wasn't paying attention.
Yo, bro, I told the people, we was having this debate on God and stuff, and I was just trying to describe a little in the little sentence as I can how I was saying how God we in the mind of whoever you want to call God, but other than that, I was saying how the couch is God, the light is God, the couch is talking to me just as much as that is talking to me. It's like saying, oh,
Yeah,
it's so comfortable, or oh, I gotta hold this guy up right now.
yeah, yeah. Like everything is everything. That's why I say all is one because everything is it's experiencing itself in multiple ways. And it's like you never did like I never paid attention to that. I never paid attention to a tree being a tree, the grass
Hmm.
being the grass, or what it say when you step on it and your feet feel it. When your feet is in the sand, and you didn't. I didn't pay attention to that shit. Hey, remember on Boondock,
Which one?
uh, the one with the old dude. Remember, damn man, the one granddad's fight.
Oh, stink meaner.
Stink mean. Remember when he went and he went to the beach and he seen the rainbow and the fucking dolphin jumped out the water? That nigga said, that's some bullshit. You feel me? And it's like, dang, then when you become connected, you just witness, you know, existence. And it's like, I think that's what the unfolding was. Like when you go through those different things of seeing, you can't even name it, but it just be folding and
Hmm.
going in and out of itself and kind
Yeah, the zoom in,
like
zoom out.
the Mandelbrot. Yeah, I think that's what it seemed like it's showing you. It's explaining it right there, but it's like, we can't you can't grasp it. It's a I'm telling you that right
Well,
there. When they start doing that, it's explaining life to you. It's
surrender
explaining it. I
brings
don't care if
perfection.
yeah, I don't care if you're seeing hands or faces or whatever. When it starts folding in and out of itself, transforming into
That's when
all
you
different
know.
types of things, it's talking to you. Yeah, it's saying it. It's saying, look, this is what life is. This is how life works. And it's like I can't even read it sometimes. Sometimes I get it and I start to see it, but then it's like, other times it's so fascinating. It's like how you do that. And that's the thing with life. You
Hmm.
going, how you do that the whole time? How do you do that?
For real, yo. That's what the alchemists used to call the things that was hermetically sealed. When you hear about hermeticism and stuff, and you like when people say, "Yeah, I still read the Bible, but it's like a things that's hermetically
Oh,
sealed," and you open
oh,
that
I'm good.
seal, and now you could see,
I'm good.
and now you can see. And that's the mission. A lot of people that study magic is
Yeah.
actually on trying to see, trying to
Yeah,
get that eye, that
trying
third
to
eye
see.
open.
Yeah, they call it the third eye, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The third eye. I said, dang man, all these things that we've been having and we always been connected to. Like and now we got to do these other things just to get reconnected. Like in order, like we gotta reconnect. When we always been connected. That goes back to what I said. If we just would have knew from the beginning on, we'd have always been connected. We would have never needed anything to even get us there because we would have already been there.
Probably
It's like
flying.
you already there. Yeah, you already there. I said I don't even run in my dreams no more, bruh. Like now, like even I used to get chased in my dreams like all the time.
Hmm.
It's no more running. It's like no more running in the dreams. I said this is crazy. I just exist in my dream and everything just runs smooth.
That's all those. That's that work. Putting in that work.
Look at the way you
But
said that. You weren't running, but now everything runs. So it's not that you were separate. It's not your motion was different from everything. Everything is going on still, and you're a part of that. But you were separating yourself before. It's like illuminated, like that self knowledge. What's he talking about? Breaking the hermetic seal.
yeah,
Super dope.
yes, and I don't know, man. It's still life don't change though. Life is still wild because everything is gonna you start to understand everything's gonna be what it is.
Hmm.
It's on you to be different and to know because it's got to be another level after this.
I'm gonna get there. We're gonna
I think
taste it.
that's what we're looking for.
If we
We're
ain't
searching for
already
the
doing
next
it.
level. Yeah, if we ain't already on the
Yeah,
next
because
level.
I be
So
telling
so
you.
like,
Hmm.
hey, when we get to that point of like death or something like that, and we get snatched out of our body, we're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is what we was talking about. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Look, I've been through this before.
I know that is just the exact feeling when you know you've been through something before in your mind. You just don't go there. You just do something else. It's not even a worry. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go do this because I already got that understanding of like, just go this way.
And what would be even crazy, just think like if every time, like what if we just go through the same thing in life, but in a different time, like in a different point in time, but it's on the same timeline, but still
Hmm.
though it's like further up in time, but still though over and over and over again. Every time at the end, you wake up and you start over again.
Oh, it's this movie show I was watching, but I fell asleep on it. It's real trippy. It was on Netflix, and they was while the show was going on, things start changing in the reality. Like they was somebody ran past them, but then it switched to like World War II, and they was just walking around, but it was the same scenario going on, like the same vibe and feeling and goal, but it would just switch different times. And then once they talked to the guy, it switched back to the other reality, like 2012 or something that they was in, and then they was just continuing the same conversation, even though the scenery changed,
Oh,
but it was the
damn.
same thing. And
Yeah.
the whole
Oh,
show it just
wow.
keeps on changing. I gotta get the title for you.
Wow. Hey, because it was weird, right? Right. I was when it was talking about the God, one God who thought he was the first God and the only God, and then come to find out he was created by another God. It was like the God like doing stuff like that. That was another thing. That was Yaldabaoth, I think, if I ain't mistaken. But he was like, saying that he was the one and only true God. And then it was even certain stuff that was going on. It wasn't like God came to Adam. It was like the God. The gods came to Adam. And Adam, like, what are you saying? You're naked. And it was like it was totally different, man. It's like, oh, his eyes is open. Now he's gonna be and see what we are, and he's gonna destroy us. Or something like that. And it's like, how can you create oh my God, bro. The same stories. You just said it too. I didn't even see it just time. You said the same thing with the robot.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like the stories
Just
repeating
keeps on
themselves.
going. Keeps on going. Like
What the fuck? Just so
yeah, it's a hyper reality world, man. Like the virtual world is going to be as real as this eventually. And people
wow.
there is going to look at this as a faded memory.
Yeah.
Or be like, "Oh yeah, we actually are still out there. We just think that we're here at the same time." Like
Yeah.
that episode of The Simpsons, they was copying off Black Mirror though, where Homer wanted to have a machine that took care of the dishes and cooked and stuff because Marge was busy and stuff. So they made a copy
Yeah.
of Marge's consciousness or her ideas or her. They didn't really explain it. Her essence, like they said in Dark Crystal, took her essence and put it inside the machine, and it was Marge, and she had all her same memories and all of that. But her job, she existed inside of the machine, and she controlled the
Uh,
machine. It was
like,
wild,
no, I didn't see that one.
and she was
That's one of the
confused
newer
too.
ones, huh?
Yeah, it's the latest
That's one of the
season.
newer ones.
It's the latest season.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go check
And
that
she was
out.
confused too. She was like, "Wait a second, I exist in here. Like this is my duty, just to do the machine and do these chores and stuff."
Wow, that's dope.
And
That's
then Marge
dope.
got jealous though. They turned it into some Simpson thing. Marge got jealous because she was too much like her and was too good, so she had to destroy her. But that's just the story.
Yeah, and man, bro, I like we create so many different existences in our mind, and just watching them play back is like I don't know what they be, man. I'm not even gonna lie nowadays. I don't know what they be because there's so many different ones, and when they come back, they don't even seem like they dream.
Yeah.
They seem like another existence that's actually going on. But then I can understand that because if you create these places in your subconscious mind and they actually live on, they are actually existing
Yep, bro.
and they're living. And but and it makes sense though. Just think about it though, because that makes sense. If you can create an alternate you, like say in your mind, you might create a place where you fucking Kanye West. You Kanye West. You walking around as Kanye. And that thing right there is in your subconscious mind still going and adding to, making a whole life of that.
And that's
Like
why
I
Kanye's so
it's that
big.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying
Uh-huh.
that's us in the mind of the creator.
I feel you on that. That's why I say every reality is when they say, well, the imagination went away so fast. Like it seemed real, but it's not here anymore. Like, so it couldn't have been real. And then you go through that thing, well, what
Yeah.
is real? Until you get this reality wiped away from you just as fast as a dream. And then you just like, well. And then you
Yeah.
gotta come to some kind of conclusion or some world where you see all everything is being a lucid dream. Like right now, we're just so
Yeah.
lucidly dreaming that we're able to talk. We feel conscious. We like, oh, I can move around. Like it's a good ass dream. I can pick up stuff.
Look, my hips don't pop when I move back and forth. My knees don't pop when I squat. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
I had a couple
and,
realities where and I think that's what really humbles, like, not, I don't know, but I don't know, like humbles people, because then you see more realities, what you going through, and you don't think that this character is all that is, but then you still believe in this character at the same time, and not just let it
yeah.
deteriorate. That's the trick. That's
Hmm.
that's the trick.
Yeah, you believe in this character, but it's hard not to
Hmm.
because that's what you was like. Like it's we would say we were wiped clean, right? But in actuality, we weren't really wiped clean. Like it wasn't like a purpose thing because when you think about when you young and what you probably knew before you started to get taught this, who knows where your mind was before you could speak? Who knows the places your mind or the places you created or where you went in your mind from being when you first opened your eyes to you was like probably two
Hmm. Where they
or
say
one.
those developmental years where your brain is supposedly still like a sponge.
Yeah,
Just taking in
yeah,
whatever
it's
and
like
trying to simulate reality around you.
yeah, a baby can
Hmm.
come right out the womb. You can throw it in water, it'll swim. Hold its breath and everything. Dunk it underwater, it'll hold its breath.
Yep. Yeah, they do. They do. That's why they say train your babies to learn how to swim early. And people be mad at the moms throwing their babies in pools. And the moms be like, I
Yeah,
need you to
Yeah,
I
know.
was swimming when I was 3 months old.
See, your
yeah.
mom
What you
knew.
mean? Yeah,
I
you was swimming
got
in the
web
womb.
feet.
Hey,
I
that's
showed you a
and that is
picture.
hey, I'm telling you, bro, that shit it's kind of mind blowing. But that's the kind of stuff that they told us we couldn't do. They took that away from.
Hmm.
You feel me? All these things that they just, and it was like probably not on purpose, but it was like, damn. It's like, man, I don't know. We got to kind of change that now. Well, we can change it. We're changing it with our kids.
Yup, already.
Yeah, we changing it with our kids. So, dang, is he stuck right there? He must be stuck. But it's still, man, this shit is heavy, man. I don't know. But that, like I said, everything, it just kind of pulls you back. It pulls you back inside of what we would call the matrix. And everybody say the matrix don't exist. How don't it? The matrix is God. Is the creator. Is the all.
Yes, I am. I know this.
Yes, I am.
The matrix is all, bruh.
Uh-huh.
Hey, the matrix is all is this all everything. This is the matrix. God is the. We putting so many different spins on it, and it's like it's still the same thing. Whether you would talk about it in science and being some type of fucking organism or a universe or all that shit, it's still all the same thing.
It really is.
God, yeah, it's like fuck.
And
Dude,
it's
that's
always
what
a-
makes it so easy to remote view it. And I remote view so easily because of that
Yeah.
connection. It's awesome.
And I think all of how they say magic don't work unless you believe in it. I think like that's what all of this entails. Like you have to believe, like you gotta know, like kind of really know who you are.
No.
Past believe, like you gotta know. So
Yeah,
that when
you
you
gotta
thinking about
know.
that and trying to cast that spell, you got the multi-dimensional allness working with your magic, not just puny thing going on. Cause you get
Hey,
what
but
you
think
reap what
about
you
it though.
sow. Mm-hmm.
Hey, think about it right now. If you go put on your wizard hat, break out your wand, and go start walking around, people gonna be looking at you like you walking around naked. They gonna
I got
So-
my wizard hat
so
right
you-
now, just cause you said that.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like you right. You have to know.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know to where you can't let nothing here bring you back to being to saying this is what it is. Because everything here is going to help you remember this is what it is here, despite what you think you know. And see, that's what kills me. That's what's fucking my mind up right now. That's why I can't get a grasp on things, because it's like I know, but then everybody keep reminding me, nigga, no, you don't know. You feel? You think
It's stories, it's perspective though, because the eye can't see itself, right? So you gotta
Yeah.
have that, like, different mirrors, different fucking reflections. Yeah, through the reflection you see the truth. You see what you are and what you are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think it's always going to be like that in dreams. I'm thinking of some show that I forgot about, where whenever he awakened, well, had thoughts and was talking about awakening out of the dream, or like where he was at, that's when everybody would start looking at him and staring at him strangely, like it was some mechanism in them to make him feel a certain way to quiet down or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
now you gotta keep playing. What you doing?
Yeah. I said, man, said once that flame is lit, though, man, you got to keep that flame lit. You got to, because if you don't, everything here is gonna try to put that shit out. It's gonna try to put it out. So you got to keep your shit lit, and you got to light everybody you can.
Yo, you just
Yeah.
broke down this
Right.
old mystery that was in this old book that I read, where he was saying about this magician that was able to keep a fire burning for like 10 years or something like that. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, though, like on Ragnarok, huh?
Yeah,
The
like keep it going.
immortal flame or something,
Yeah, the
whatever
immortal-
it was called, the immortal.
I was watching some of
Yeah,
that. It's these
Yeah,
stories
but you
all got
gotta-
the keys.
and it's so it's not an easy task, neither. Like, you can tell it's not easy when you talk to people about it that don't understand what you're talking about, like how we understand what we're talking about. If we go talk to somebody that just, feel me, follow BET all the time, they're going to be looking at us like, the fuck? What the fuck is you talking about? Do you know fucking Biggie. They found Biggie Smalls' murderer. He's
Yeah, no, it's like everybody. You see people at different stages, and it's like I see myself there. Like it's so wild because like they whole encompass like their whole life. Like I see me being them, and I'm like I know exactly, not exactly, because everybody got they twist and try to throw a curveball at you. But it's like you can see the stepping stones, and it's even not even a stepping stone because it curves around sometimes. Sometimes you
yeah.
go up here and then you curve, go through a portal, and you over here. Like how I wound up over here? But I just be seeing. I'm like everybody living out some kind of story. Like even our story,
Yeah.
I see is already on the grandmasters of whoever created GTA, Rockstar, and them. When they have that one
Yeah.
radio station of the guy that be yelling, saying, "Do you know what's going on, girl?" Like the universe.
Yeah, that's
That
the one black bald headed dude that was on Pootie Tang.
oh,
I
that's him.
forgot his name. Yeah, that's him.
When I was
I
listening to that,
said
that's the Ty show sometimes.
he got his own talk show on the game. He got his own talk show on the game though, huh?
They let him
Ain't that
talk
some
too.
shit?
They let him they let him spaz out. Well, tie it on out.
Yeah, yeah. He got a whole talk. You can listen to it whole radio station talk show on the game, but this one is going off.
I have done
Like
that.
that's fucking crazy. Me too. That's who I be listening to. I don't put it on the music. I'll be listening to that music.
Oh,
Like
I love
shit.
life.
Yeah. At the same time, huh? I love it. It's a beautiful thing, man. Just to watch it unfold the way it do.
Cause like
Hey,
in order to,
and then
hmm
we talking about like we talking about a radio station inside a game, though.
man, it's all real
It's
to me.
I know, but I'm just saying it's a look. It's
hmm
a simulation inside the simulation inside the simulation.
And I think that's why we're trying to develop technology now to experience that simulation that already exists even more. Like we're trying to pierce into
Yeah.
that virtual reality. Oh wow, wow! It's a show called Digimon. It's an old show. I used to say they just tried to copy off Pokemon, but now that I get
Yeah, I
it,
remember Digimon.
they actually went into the digital world that was like already existed, and it existed in their world through cards, or I forget what they had kind of in that world, but actually that whole other world already existed, and I'm trying to see how the other world, the virtual world, already exists like in our imaginations, and then the coders that's trying to interpret the code, the so-called created or something like that, however words we use, but we trying to create things to experience that reality more, like with VR and then AR technology and blending it all together, like getting our senses, getting the gloves so that you can, or the vest, so when you get shot in the game, you feel like you get shot in your chest or something like that. So then the
Yeah.
impressions that it leaves on us, or something is like, so get insights and something like that.
I ain't seen Digimon in a long time. I can't even remember what it was about.
I just remember them going in the digital world.
Into the digital world. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, huh? It only makes sense. Digimon. Yeah,
They made it digits, ones and zeros, but yet they had full
Digimon.
life.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go catch a couple of episodes of that. At least to get me caught up to remember what that shit was. Oh my God, man, it's a beautiful day today.
And then it was wild. I'm thinking, cause then after a while they was able to, kids that went to that other world is always kids. Guy had that imagination flowing, but the kids they was soon able to fuse with them and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, and I'm thinking that when humans
Wow.
start fusing with robots and technology and
Yeah,
stuff.
and technology, which we already
Yeah, we
doing in the
already
mind
are.
with our mind. We fusing with it. Now we gonna want parts. Motherfuckers gonna want metal jaws, and legs, legs, arms, and shit.
I used to say when I was in college, I wanted to cut my arm off and get a robot arm. And then I remember people saying, "Well, why would you want to do that?" And I was like, "I just imagine it. It just seemed like it's something I want to do."
My
Yeah.
friend used to have a little implant next to his, like under his skin. It was a little box that kept his heart regulated. So like there was a machine keeping him alive, like implanted in his body.
And
Oh
without that, he probably
wow.
would have died. Well, move on somewhere else.
I seen the one where dude got the implant where he basically he can unlock his door and work all from his house, from his job, and all that.
Whoa.
Like he just waved his wrist over it and shit or something. It was on some TV show or something. I was watching on YouTube. I was like, damn, they take it far now. Like you can even pay for your food and shit. Like pay for your stuff. He just swiped his hand over the track.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. The development of it, at least.
Ah, man, technology. We already merged with technology,
Yeah,
man. We
people
use
getting.
technology for everything.
You know when people gonna get more of those chips in? They getting people used to using Cash App and Facebook Pay, Apple Pay, where you just gotta wave your phone
Hmm.
over it and stuff. So you ain't gonna need
Yeah.
your phone.
Hey, like what's the name though? I was tripping off that. I tripped off the fact that how many numbers you got in your.
Say that again.
400 or 500.
Oh,
Yeah, remember back in the days, you used to knew all them numbers by heart.
yeah.
I only used to know like 30 or 40 though.
30 or 40. I used to know damn near all of them. I didn't even need a phone book.
I
Hey,
would
even
write
when you
write
was
it down on a piece of paper in case I ever lost my phone.
Yeah.
yeah, like, man, just think though, just think trying to find somewhere without gas right that. You know, remember you used to have to write down the address,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me, and try to find the street, know which way the street go and go all the way. You didn't have it just a certain thing. Technology just man, it kind of helps us a whole lot, man. It made us dumber, but it made it shit easier though.
Yeah, I
At
think
the
it allows
same
our
time.
mind to flow a little more. Like I said, when I get a Tesla, when I get some money, I'm gonna be doing a podcast while self driving, while the car drives
Yeah.
itself.
You feel me? Yeah. Hey, me too. Watch when I get my Tesla, same thing. I'm gonna be doing the live while the car driving. Like,
With a
I
vape.
gotta drive to Fresno, do a 4 hour live to drive. You feel me?
I wound up at the
Like, why
beach,
not?
spend a nice time at the
Yeah.
beach, and then go back home.
Like, why not? Why not? Like, and they making most of the cars. It's turning out the self park and self drive.
hmm And I think
You
what scared
like
people,
you,
I'm sorry, I think what scared people away is that connection between mind and matter, and thinking that it's something separate when it's really the same thing. So they like, oh well, now that
yeah,
I don't remember I can't hold numbers in my head anymore. Now the technology is doing it, so now that means we got to be scared of technology because they're going to take over. It's like that's us just doing what we do. It's on some bigger thing.
yeah, yeah. Doing what we do,
and if
making it easier,
and if you put your mind
trying to
to
make
it,
it easier.
yeah, trying. That's because I say if you still put your mind to it, you still can remember those numbers. Like that place in your mind still exists. Because I had to go through that. I just got my first phone in about 2 years. Like 2 years, like 3 months ago, and that was because the person, the boss I'm with, said I needed a phone. But now I'm like,
Oh man.
but now I'm really
Hey,
getting into it. I'm like, wow, it's real simple. I can upload stuff fast. I can just call people, connect.
hey, because hey, the self driving cars, I think that'll be like dope, man. That'll be some dope shit when you think about it, though, huh? If most people had self driving cars, you feel me? You won't get drunk and be wrecking into shit.
Not at all.
It won't be no wrecks like that unless it's malfunctions and shit
Uh-huh.
like that. But then you got motherfuckers you can get a self driving diesel, and all you gotta do is just ride in the diesel and make sure it gets to where it's going. It'll be a lot easier deliveries. You feel me? It's just make a lot of things a lot easier if you think about it.
You can open it.
It makes it a lot easier with the self-driving. I don't know if technology is a good
I'll get
thing.
some food in a bit.
A
Yeah,
lot of these
Tesla's coming out with the
technologies, my head
self-driving
moves
semi.
faster.
The semi
Yeah,
truck.
the
Yeah, those
who?
are cool.
Who you say Tesla?
Yeah, Tesla's coming out with the self-driving semi.
Yeah. Just think how cause we all probably got family that do truck driving. And they gotta pull over and sleep. You don't even gotta go to sleep. You can just go to sleep in the truck. You're gonna make more money. Cause the truck gonna keep driving. Yeah, I'm sleeping. I
Yeah.
They
mean, it
won't
just
even have
means
to
that
do crystal meth no more.
no more crystal meth. And that's crazy that you say that because that's what a lot of truck drivers was telling me that you just put it in your 7-Up.
So you can stay up
I'm
or
like,
something.
what? Yeah, so
Yeah.
they stay up, so they can stay up and drive.
Or they'll take Adderall or Vyvanse and just be jacked to the moon, drive like all the way across the United States.
Yeah, my back in the days, cause when my grandfather was alive, I was like 16, 15. They had a truck driver come. Man, they used to drink. They drove.
Yeah, hell yeah. Bro, in
They
my
used to be
town
drinking.
in the early 80s, my grandpa would drive around with a beer in his cup holder and it was up high and the police would be like, "Hey, Tom," they didn't give a shit. They didn't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
But on the truckers back then too, though, they had all those ephedrine pills and everything that you used to be able to buy at the gas station, and those are basically what they used to make crystal meth. So it was legal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they'd swallow all
Wow.
those mini thins and all them pills and be wired.
Be wired for sound, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go.
Have a good day,
All right,
bro.
bro. Thanks
Man,
for coming by.
Man, thank you for doing the live.
Yeah. Bang. We gonna
Thank
keep
you
this
for
up.
doing the live.
We'll pick up the slack
right.
for you, True. We know you're busy.
And everybody, check out True Life channel. Everybody go in there,
Alright,
see his
peace out, y'all.
experiences and all of the awesome things. All right, thanks, bro. Have a good journeys on everything going on with the new company.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
All right, peace and love.
All right,
Later, man.
later. All right, Demetri, still there?
Yeah.
Cool. I was thinking about
Yeah, man.
how dope I was talking to somebody that was scared of electric cars yesterday, and I was mentioning how they actually learning, the cars are learning by sending all of their data to a central hub. At least Tesla sending all their data to a central hub, and then they get downloads like once a month. So now they know how to not have that accident or how to avoid things like that other car was avoiding things, and just keep it going.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
And that's
yeah,
what we're
the-
doing right now.
A lot of the smartphones and computers and stuff, I get so frustrated with them sometimes because my head still thinks faster than them. I go through so many phones and computers breaking them because they just get bloated after a week with all kinds of shit and you got to do constant maintenance and it's a pain in the butt. I don't think I'd ever be trustworthy enough to put my life in the hands of a driving car yet because my smartphone can't even keep up fast enough for me, like my head thinks faster than them.
No, that's
Like,
good.
I don't know, we must be
You
on
had it
quantum core level
Mm-hmm.
because they don't got shit that keeps up with our thinking yet. Still, it gets frustrating still trying to use these technologies.
No, that's how it's these I don't know, I go through computers too. That's why I'm saving up to actually buy a PC tower so I can upgrade it and maintenance it the right way and be on board with where my mind is. Cause the people that's up
Yeah.
there that's dealing with technology and doing what I wish to do on it, they've got them $2,000, $5,000 computers that at least can not freeze up and get you frustrated. You know what I'm talking about? The little things.
Yeah.
And it might be
Did
the
you see-
applications or programs that you're dealing with too. Multiple things like that aren't really built for a things are changing so much in the information, like these applications, and they're kind of still like 10, 15 years old, the way that they were in the user interface.
True.
Just the way that we're pushing things with one finger. We're typing with two thumbs. We're manipulating things with buttons and joysticks. Like getting into VR, there's a little bit more flexibility in terms of creation, but then you're still dealing with, there's certain limits to each one of these things. And I think like the processor that's in your phone can definitely handle anything that you throw at it. It's just how are you going to align that information to be accepted by that processor to be able to give you back whatever data that you want. I don't think we're at a limit in terms of the technology speed. We're just in the limit of how we're using it.
I got you. We gotta get some coders juiced up.
Well,
And
there are in different ways. Like
yeah,
you
true.
talked about cryptocurrency. Like there's all kinds of people working around the clock, around the globe, working on like different aspects of cryptocurrency or different aspects of biotechnology. Or
The little
I think,
stuff to make it more acute.
yeah.
Until we get to while you was talking, I was thinking about the Black Mirror episode where the technology they had where you just put it on the side of your head and then it's just a mind body interface. But when he
That's
went
where
inside
we're
the
at
Star Trek
basically with
virtual
these
reality.
phones.
But then like no use of hands, it's just all in the mind. Like all using your mind. I was thinking of those old things too where they put the caps on and they trying to do things so you can use the computer and like move the cursor and stuff like that. Like if you can develop a program other than moving a cursor with your mind, like that would be amazing. Well, it will be amazing when it happens finally.
I think man's tried to reinvent the wheel too many times with technology right now. It's aggravating.
The push is always a struggle.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen that fucking huge gaming laptop thing that comes in a briefcase and all that shit?
I've seen a couple like
It's
that.
called the
But what is it
it's
called?
called the Predator.
The
The
Predator?
Predator. Fucking gaming laptop's like 10 grand. It's insane. Fucking
Imagine what it can do though.
yeah.
If you
I
know
mean
how.
the just the mining for cryptocurrency alone, because the graphics card it probably has in it is insane.
Oh, true, true. You do need a good computer to mine coins.
I was thinking about setting up, a little bit of coin mining, a little operation with that money I get, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. The price has been going up the past week steady. Anytime something goes crazy in the earth, the Bitcoin goes up in price, which is good.
Hmm.
That coronavirus has come and the crypto's been climbing since.
Hey, I'm thinking about. I hear. Yeah, it is. It is. If I would have bought Bitcoin in I'm one of those stories people heard a million times. If I would have bought Bitcoin back in 2011, when I really wanted to, was trying to, not even wanted to, I was trying to, but I never had enough money to get it to do anything. I would, man. I remember when it went up like I remember that spike when it went up and everybody was getting rich off of it. If you just had one
Yeah.
coin at that time, you would have been set. You could flip it, sell
hmm
it, make more.
I had mined a bunch back then, and then I just didn't. I can't remember what I did with the computer that I had the wallet on.
Oh, it had your
No, I
password and
can't
stuff in
remember the
there.
password. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I couldn't.
can't
I can't
recover
remember
that.
what I. Well, I couldn't remember the fucking password and shit to the wallet on the computer. So,
hmm
and then that computer's sitting right on the shelf in front of me right now. And it's probably worth, I don't know. It's got a couple coins on it.
hmm
Probably, it's like 20 grand sitting right there. And I have no idea. They give you like 30 fucking words to unlock your thing
Yeah, I
for a
remember.
password.
And they say write it on a piece of paper. You ain't write it
hmm
down.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Put that and
I
then
was
put
I
that
was just fucking
password.
with it. It
Uh-huh.
was a total experimental
Got
thing
you.
at the time,
I
and
feel you.
I was like, this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. And nah, I was wrong.
You gotta put the password receipt in a real safe. That password is worth all the money. But yo, Exile, I was thinking about too what you said about the technology being awesome already, but having the programs and software to actually run cool things on it. I was thinking about Toy Story, how that was run on on a Windows 95 computer. They made that whole movie. Like I think it is about, if you want to use terms, how tapped in you are when you messing with the
Remember when
technology.
Nintendo 64 came out and Mario? Like,
Yeah, them polygons.
holy shit. That was crazy when Mario came out on Nintendo 64.
It was. And he was only made of like 13 or 32 polygons. One of those 30 numbers. But it made developed a whole new reality off a cartridge too. The same cartridge that was the NES and stuff like that. And little data. Like if you download Mario 64, it's only like a couple megabytes worth of data.
There was a Nintendo VR. You could only see in red, and it sat on a table.
Oh, I
It
heard about that. Yeah.
came out around the same time, I think.
Virtual reality. Nintendo. It did. They was really pushing, and they just needed the time to catch up, I guess. Or that was just the push that got to us to where we are now. You just had to be in the know. I'm trying to be in the know more often. Oh, it's not loading up. I'm trying to load up that virtual reality. Old Nintendo. I don't know what it's called. I'm typing old school.
Nintendo VR,
Nintendo VR. Here it
I
is.
think.
Somebody's selling it on eBay for $400.
For how much?
$400.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm trying to. And let's see. Yeah, it came out 1995.
They only made so many of them.
That's probably why. But they had the tracking. I was looking at a quick clip somebody had playing it on YouTube, like being able to track 360 space. Just wasn't able to walk around.
Nah, it sat on a table.
Oh, I'm looking at something else then. He was playing something. Have him click on the wiki.
I think I might have a headset. I don't know. The one that I played sat on a table.
Now I'm looking at it right now. It says 32-bit. It was first ethereoscopic 3D graphics. The players use a head-mounted blah blah blah. I swore I read tabletop in the description before I clicked on it. Yeah.
Have you played the PlayStation one?
Oh yeah, I bought that around I was trying not to call it Christmas, but around Christmas season. I bought it for myself. I said I wanted to experience it, and it's wild. I'm now playing this game where you gotta like literally duck behind like with your body, you gotta duck behind the walls and stuff so you don't get shot, and you gotta
Dang.
peek out and shoot again, and you can like do multiple things. I'm seeing now, and it's all in your mind too, because you can go about the game in different ways, just like in Call of Duty.
Right.
Just you don't think about it until you think about it. Like, yo, I don't have to peek out of this corner. I can stand up this way. Like, you used to putting all the focus into the controller. It's amazing. I was playing Rick and Morty game too, or no, Trover Saves the Universe, and they had this Shroom World that you go to. I uploaded that one on the YouTube page at least.
Oh dang.
Hey, Exile, I just seen I've been on for 2 hours. I gotta go make my daughter some food.
All right.
And get ready.
Have a good day,
Ready
man.
for the rest of the day. Hey, yeah, you have a
Yeah,
nice one as
bro.
well.
Have a good
I
one,
appreciate
Kat.
that. Later, babe.
And all y'all endeavors.
Yeah, bro.
Make sure
Take it
y'all be
easy.
grand. Or
Indeed.
stay
Later,
grand.
YouTubers.
They hear y'all. This has been awesome. This was Exile, True, and Rape the Matrix on the panel today. It's been awesome
Oh yeah.
times. Everybody in the thank you Straight Lace YouTube for coming on through. Prince Pearl, Triple O, Go D Vibes or Good Vibes as you want to probably say. Astro Way. And yeah, that was the team. That was the team. And everybody that was in the 5 watching and 10, we was 10 strong for a good while. 10 strong. So let's keep it up. Keep up the good business. Create more business. If y'all got any ideas, how y'all want the channel to grow, if you want to take part of the channel to help it grow, hit me up on email, Discord. Why am I looking over there? Email, Discord, or anything like that. Just put the imagination out there and be like, hey, I hope Ty gets this one day. Man, that's how we work in this field. So Ty always continue the Tyversations. Stay good, eat healthy, and as in healthy, just eat happy. Adios. Peace.